About the upcoming real-world projects. Hello, we just wrapped up our first design and now it's time to get some real-world projects. This means working with actual clients on various crowdsourcing platforms for real sums of money. I'd like to mention a few things before we jump into them. All the projects are different. I'll win some and I'll lose some. The goal here is for you to see how you should select the best contests, how you should interpret briefs, the client's feedback, how to scope your competition, and so on. So each contest will have a different angle, thus I suggest you watch all of them, especially the ones I'll lose. There's a lot of value in them, perhaps even more so than the ones I win. You already know I'll earn more than $4,000, but to keep it interesting, I won't mention the outcome from the get-go. As I work along, see if you agree with my decision-making, and try and figure out if I'm on the verge of winning or if my chances are dwindling. Another point is that what you'll see is an edited version of how I work. Everything that's relevant and valuable is shown, but I don't include all the raw recording because of one main reason: it's too difficult to follow. As I hope you know at this point, I strive for maximum speed, so when I recorded everything, I went in with full force. If I were to show you the raw version, you get something that looks like this. I think this is a bit tricky to follow. While this may seem fine for some experienced Photoshop users, I'd rather show off my techniques at a moderate, understandable pace. Lastly, we have several projects. Some are newer, while some are older. You'll recognise the newer ones by listening to the narrator. In them, you'll hear my voice, while the older ones feature Chris's voice, the author of this course. Though I'm sure you want to see only the latest web design trends, we have more than enough new projects, plus the older ones still hold a lot of insight and value from a freelancing perspective. I've yet to see content like this from another source, so for that reason I decided to give you as many design contests as possible. Plus, at the end of each older project, you'll get a brand new lecture where I show you a brand new design I've made for that contest according to 2017 web trends. Lastly, the most important part is for you to work along. You can either create a perfect replica or you can design your own version. My advice? Do both. Start slowly by following my step-by-step guide and you'll end up with a pixel-perfect copy. After that's done, read the brief for yourself, check out the attached materials for each contest, and create your own interpretation. Please note that as contests progress, some clients will adjust their brief. Thus, you'll see me read one brief, but attached to the course you'll find the latest version of it. It's usually just a couple of extra lines added, nothing too dramatic, but I'm just putting that out there. So at the end of each project, I expect you to have two designs: a perfect replica plus your own version, which I encourage you to upload here so I can give you my feedback. Design something that looks great to you, don't just copy my version. Having said that, I'm excited to get going, so let's start with our first design contest.